Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Blessings to all of you. So let's close our eyes for a moment, because there's still some movement here, and just connect with yourself. Okay, let's begin. Madad ya Sayyidi, Madad ya Rasulullah. I hope you hear me good. Yeah, the sound is good. Yes?
Yes,
Okay.
fine.
Alhamdulillah, good. So on Thursday we were saying to some of you that when you have a sickness, especially some of your organs are affected, then the one way to heal ourselves is by talking to our body, just addressing our body kindly and saying to the place where the sickness is, let's say you have a kidney problem, then you would address your kidney, right? And you would tell it that you are thankful for it, that it is always working, silently in the background, never giving us any trouble really. Yeah. But it wants to tell you something, no? So you are saying that you are here to listen and also to give your appreciation, right? And this is how we make contact with our body, right? Now, when we want to speak to our heart, mostly people get confused. Yeah. If we do not speak to the organ of the heart, right? And furthermore, if we want to speak to ourselves, which means we want to speak to what is you, how you speak with yourself, or how you speak to yourself, right? This is a very, very unknown territory for most of us. Yeah. That people speak towards their problems. They speak towards their mind, but they're not talking towards themselves. Yeah. You're speaking, you're reacting on what you think, no? And then in that thought process, you repeat and repeat and repeat, you loop, no? You talk to an imaginary situation or you imagine a situation. You're talking to imaginary layers, right? You're not talking to yourself. Yeah. It is extremely rare that someone addresses herself or himself. Yeah. That you say, that you name yourself. Yeah. Now you cannot talk to your higher self. Yeah. Because this is the self that will address you. No. So you cannot talk to your higher self. And there's no need to talk to the higher self because the higher self has no difficulties. Yeah. It has no problems. It is just at every time in peace. It is at every time the observer. It is at every time the one that is okay. Yeah. But the one that talks to you, yeah, to this higher self, this one is full of trouble. Yeah. Full of problems, full of needs, full of fears and so on and so on. Yeah. Is it or not? So when you talk to yourself and you just listen to the needs and you say, yeah, I need this and I need that and I need this and I need that, then there is not a talk. Yeah, right. This is not how you speak to yourself. Yeah, you speak then somehow you speak on behalf, yeah, of this self. Yeah, because you identify with it, and you're not really in contact. You're just in contact with its fears or needs or stress or whatever, right? You can follow me? Yeah. So when we want to address ourselves, yeah, we have to name our name. Yeah. Okay. The name that you have been given from your mama. Yeah. This is the name that is represents this self. No. You can call it your little self, you can call it whatever. Uh, I'm very careful with those names to call it the little self, even so it is the little self. It is this self that needs to develop, right? The other self does not need to develop at all because this self is always in connection. Yeah. This self represents your collective self, your soul self, no? It's very important that we understand that. So when you speak, when you speak and you address yourself for the first time, you say, "Oh, Verhana," or in Verhana's place, it's you must use your Chinese name. Okay. Very special greetings to the Chinese people. There's 1 o'clock at the moment with them. So thank you very much for your um, presence. Yeah, and so we need to name ourselves. Yeah. Okay. And when you do that and you say, "Oh, uh, we have here Mahabul," yeah, for example, no. So you close your eyes and you touch your heart and you say, "Mahabul, my dear Mahabul." Yeah. I never really greet you. I never really make contact with you. Yeah. Right. Yeah. And in the moment you do that, yeah, you see how happy you will become in that moment. You see how in a way opened, no? Your heart opens, right? And in that moment, this, if we call it the little one, will feel noticed. As we said before, whenever we want to solve something, we have first to give our attention to it, right? We have first to make a contact, yeah? So if the child cries, yeah, you make first the contact and you show him or her that you notice them, right? No? And if you answer with your fears to their fears, yeah, if you answer with your needs to their needs, this is not how they feel addressed or safe. Hmm? So when you have a so-called problem, this is the problem of the one that needs the help and the attention of the one that has never a problem in you. That is the big one. Let's call it the big one, yeah, to make it easy. No? And in that moment, that little one feels supported, yeah, and feels taken care for, right? And when this split stops, when this lack of self-care stops. Yeah. That you integrate this little one that sits all the time within you, full of fears, full of needs and hopes, yeah, and worries, that has difficulty basically with everybody, no? Then when you address this one, no, then you make an act of self-love. Yeah. This is how you begin to love yourself. All right. So loving yourself is not to declare the illusionary self, yeah, that is in the middle somewhere. Yeah, that is this self that is an illusionary self, yeah, and this is created by the unconsciousness. It is created by the point that you don't want to hear anymore this other one. Yeah. So it is a kind of opposite reflection. So what you see great is in reality not great. Where you see that one encourage, actually on the other side, it is in not encourage. Yeah. Where you see that one generous, the other one is in the minus. No. And as you don't want to look at that, yeah, you live in this illusionary state, no? And that cannot be loved. So if you want to give love to that one that is always crowning itself, that says my mind is a most special and I'm a special, yeah, no, then you will never come to a contact, to a real contact, no, right? This idea that anyone is special, you need to drop that. Yeah. There is nobody special. Yeah. There is only one that exists. Yeah. That brought us here. If you want to give this one the title special, it is okay. Yeah. For all the others of us, there is no special. Yeah. In this little one, there's only one way to make it if we don't wanna be lonely all our lives. And this is that we become brothers and sisters, right? Then we become a family. No? Yeah, we understand that. Being a family, right? So this is basically how it works. No? And this little one doesn't think, yeah, it is small, doesn't think. Yeah. And the big one, the illusionary self, thinks all the time. Yeah. The real one doesn't think either in that sense of what we call thinking. He's not the one that processes all the time something in a loop. That one receives. Yeah. He receives the answer because this one can listen. No? Right? So in the state where you are deaf to yourself, yeah, or ignorant, no, then the best answer you can give to your life is to live a life of obedience. Yeah. I know this is a difficult one, yeah, but it is that what will bring you the most um, development. Yeah. So to what you should obey? No. You should obey to things that will bring you in trouble. That you should not, I mean, you should obey to the things that protect you from the things that will bring you in trouble. All right. Some of them are clear for you. Don't steal. Don't lie. Don't cheat. don't betray, and so on. Yeah. And when you live a life of obedience, finally you can live a life of love. Because at the core of everything that goes wrong in our life, and this is, I hope you will understand it, inshallah, is that we do not love the divine. Yeah. We're not in love with it, right? We want to present our speciality. We want to present our value to the world, but we do not want to present his value, yeah, or his beauty, or his majesty. We want to show our majesty, right? So all the spiritual paths say become a servant, but that is so misunderstood. Yeah, because what is servanthood? Yeah. If you look at it in the social level, then you become a type that looks always for others, yeah, and this is not a bad thing, okay, but you will not find yourself through it. Yeah. You become a very social person, you may be a very um, uh, good person, and you become helpful for others. Yeah. That will help you in a way too. Yeah, it will definitely ease your state, but you will not be seen. You will still not see yourself. Yeah. Okay. Or if you become a so-called servant because you hope for the paradise, or you hope for forgiveness, or you want to make a deal in one way or the other. Yeah. Also, this will not bring you to see. Yeah. The only thing, and this is why we are so crazy for it, is to fall in love, to be in love with the divine. Yeah. As it is the only existence, as it is the only reality. Everything else is not real. So the love that we create in our life for someone, or the love that we create to something, it will be taken away from us. It will finally go away from us, be it our children, be it whatever it is. Yeah. And we say, this is the most important, this is the most important love I have, right? This is your first love, no? And this love will come to an end, yeah, right? At least in the situation we're into it, yeah. Or you love your home, or you love your car, or you love whatever you will love. This will come to an end, yeah. You can love those things, but you have to always remind yourself this has an end, yeah. Yeah, if you want to say so, I love my guitar. Yeah, it gives me a lot of joy. I'm very happy with it. And what we love becomes alive, no? So people love their cars, and it becomes alive for them. The car becomes alive. It is alive, no? There is not anything that's not alive. And that's why we can love it also, yeah? Or you love a tree or whatever you love, but it will come to an end, okay? It will not be always with you, all right? But there is one love that will be always with you, and you will see that love. Yeah, right? And that love is hidden in the light. No, this is why we feel good when we look with closed eyes to the sun, because this is representative. Any light gives us this taste, yeah, of love. So we love candles. Women especially love candles. No, they make a candle for the meeting, no? When they meet their beloved one, they put a candle on the table, no? Men may also do that, but women invented it, okay? Yeah. Or we do Christmas lights, no, on the tree, right? Because anything that is light, yeah, it reminds us to the light of the divine. So when we come in the what is called paradise, we come in a situation where we see the light of the divine in a very soft way, yeah, but so clear and so undoubtedly clear that we will feel in peace with everything. Yeah. We feel that the only thing we want is to serve this presence. Yeah. We will fall in love in paradise. Let's say it like that. Yeah. And if you do well, if you do good in that sense, you might be granted for a certain time to be there. Yeah. The one who finds this love before, before it is shown, yeah, because we all feel it. We all feel that there is something greater. Yeah. I mean, at least those of you who are here. That's the reason why you are here, because you're looking for something that is greater, right? Greater than you think, greater than you can express it, no? So when this longing or this mm, feeling becomes stronger and stronger, you become a person of determination. Yeah. Before you find a determination for many other things, no? Okay. And so you create a career for your life. You create a title for yourself, maybe an academic title, because you become passionate about something and you go for it, right? But all that will not satisfy you. Yeah. It supports you in your life, and this is why we say, yes, do it, come to a certain point. But the only thing that will heal you completely is to be in contact with it, with the divine, and being in contact means loving him. Yeah. It's not anything that can be avoided. Yeah. Okay. And through that love, all, absolutely all, will come to you. Yeah. And if you don't give him the first place, yeah, we said it so many times. If you don't give him the first place, what means the first place? It means in love, the first place, not in remembering just mentally. That is good. That's a good beginning, no? But to give him a place in love, this is what we want, right? If someone says, "Oh, I was thinking to you," that is already nice. Thank you. Yeah, you remember me. Thank you. Yeah. But if someone says to you, "I'm thinking to you in love," yeah, I love you. Yeah, you are my beloved one. You throw yourself towards that person, isn't it? Yeah. You want to give them everything. You want to share your house with them. You want to share your food, your everything, right? Now, when you come to that and you tell the king that you love him, yeah, and it's not like a thought, it's not a concept, it is your reality, yeah, that you just love him, then he opens his kingdom for you, right? And that kingdom has no description, has no measure, has no anything that you can compare with these worldly pleasures, right? It is just in your cells, yeah. It is breathing within you. It is pulsating within you, you know, and you cannot have enough from it. And that's his secret. That's why everything else has a limit. Yeah. Even we would say, okay, you can eat from one food as much as you want, and let's say for a special permission, there will be no medical consequences for it. Yeah. Or you'll be empowered for 100 nights to make love non-stop with someone that you love. Non-stop. Yeah, you have the power and you can do it non-stop. It will come to an end. Yeah. The pleasure will come to an end. All right. But if you start to recite his name deeply in you, you will not have this need to stop it. Yeah. You will not have a tiredness in it. You will not have any kind of exhaustion of pleasure. Yeah. It's the opposite. It becomes more and more and more. And this is why we have these people in our path that we call Majdoub. That means they are crazy from love to the divine. No? There are those people that are crazy from love to the divine, not to a person, yeah? Not to something, right? And the in-between love, maybe you could say, is if you find a master that is in love, right? Then you will love that person also very, very strong, but you will not love the person really. You will love, and that is important to understand, they do not love you. They love the divine that shimmers through you, right? You try to be a nobody, yeah, so that this divine thing can come closer and closer to others, right? So knowing yourself, yeah, at the end of the day is forgetting yourself. It means actually at the end sacrificing yourself, yeah, because there's no need for that self, right? That self will be fulfilled by its love. And isn't it happening to you? Wasn't it happening to you that when you fall in love, that everything is fine in your life, isn't it? Yeah. But you fell in love with something that the divine allows it. It allows it because he wants you to experience what love can bring to you. But then he says, look, this is not the path. Yeah. This is not going to be forever. Yeah. Go one etage higher, go deeper. Yeah. So he breaks our heart. He breaks our relationships. It is happening one way or the other. Yeah. Right. And finally, of course, if you have no other exit, all of us, we will take this exit. But this is not what attracts his attention, let's say. But if there is some, yeah, and there are some, whysoever, that come to this world and they look for him, right? With love, not with I'm better than you or I'm more special than you, yeah, and I have special dreams and I have special this and I have special powers and I have whatever special, yeah. This is not impressing the divine at all, you know. But if someone comes with love, not with asking to be dressed with something, not to be shown, oh, look how special you are, yeah, but just with love. That one will shine like nobody else. Yeah. These are the stars, right? So what we see in the sky, these are lovers. Those stars, yeah, that work silently, yeah, without any request. No, they just circulate around us, no, and they give us their power and they give us their teachings and they give us their support, no, right? And we cannot comprehend their state. Yeah. for this reason, they have names of gods. And they are not the divine, but they are extremely close to it. Yeah. We can call them co-workers or co-creators. No, right? And of course, if you think, oh, do I want to be a planet? No. It's not in our spectrum here that you say, oh, okay, I would like to be the moon or I would like to be Mars or whatever. No. Yeah. But this is not something we have to think about it, right? Just that you understand these are not objects. Yeah. They are not objects. Yeah. They are beings. As there is not something like an object, really. Yeah. As the divine is life. So he can only create something that is connected to him. Yeah. But as we said, reality is permanent. And to reflect it in all its glory, he had to create something that is not permanent. Yeah. And so non-reality and reality meets. And where do they meet? This is what we call the soul. Yeah. The soul is this link entity in us, yeah, that carries this connection, this ability to connect to the divine, and at the same time to connect to earth. Yeah. Okay. To connect to something that is not permanent, right? So when you misunderstand it, this is why in Arabic language, for example, there is no name for soul separate from self. Yeah. So nafs is what we would call ego. Yeah. But it is in the higher rank, it turns into soul. Yeah. What we call soul. But they have only titles, different titles of nafs state. Nafs al-amara bisu is the first one. That would be the ego. Yeah. Then that ego somehow awakens and can distinguish. Then that ego understands more and becomes a longing ego. Yeah. Then through this longing, it comes into contact. And then it becomes a satisfied ego. Yeah. Okay. Pacified. And then in the higher ranks, we would call it a soul, a pure soul. Yeah, that has no individual needs anymore or interests. Yeah. So your problem is not a problem. Mhm. You have only one problem is that you don't love. This is the only problem. Yeah. You want to love everything else before, but you don't want to love the source. Yeah. Right? Even the source gives you everything. Yeah. And it's not that you're unthankful, but you understand. Yeah. And you can understand it if you would create something like this. You have, let's say, you create a house. And you say it's free food. Free food, and not only free food, also entertainment. Yeah. Beautiful things inside that all you can use them. You know? And people come and they will enjoy, and you will be happy that they enjoy. But then there is someone that says, but who made it? Who is the one behind all that? Yeah. And then they would look at each other, they would say, yeah, who is it? No? Who is it? Who is it that gives you all the experiences and all of what you call your life? Hmm? So when you come to that, yeah, and you want to know who is this, yeah, Where is it? How can I reach it? Right? Then that will become your path. Okay. And if you choose a path where you find yourself aesthetically attracted to it, yeah, through its buildings or through its sounds that they use or through its rituals or whatever it is, then this is the beginning, no? But look, in my case, I wasn't at all attracted to the Islamic world. Yeah, I was not considering it as something being attractful to me. Yeah, but then came a person that attracted me crazy. Yeah, and I fell in love with him so crazy that I sacrificed my whole life, my life plans, everything, and he took it literally away from me. Yeah, and threw me in a situation that I would never have considered for myself to be a situation that I want. Yeah, no. But there was this light. And in my memories, and I ask it often with brothers, I say, what do you remember when you remember our meetings we had with Maulana? How do you remember them? Yeah. And I was saying to them, the first thing I remember is light. Yeah. There is always light. No. Now try to remember your youth, hmm? Like when you were a child, small child, and you will find out that there is a lot of light memories in your youth. No, I mean light in the sense of the sunlight. No, right? This is how I remember my youth. When I woke up as a small one, the first thing I wanted to know is where's the sun? Yeah. It was my first thing. And look at yourself. What is the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning? You look, hopefully, you look out of the window and you want to see how is the weather, no? How is the sun? And when the sun is shining, yeah, you feel happy, is it or not? Yeah. So therefore, you are looking for the light. You have to understand that. Yeah. Any other thing will never satisfy you. Not really, not completely. No. So when you start to dedicate your life to this light, to this expression, yeah, to its glory, no. So it was my passion to talk about my sheikh. It's still my passion. Yeah. I could speak a whole night to you, how it was, how he was, how he still is, but in another dimension, Yeah. And I could repeat it because of course, I have a limited series of experiences, but I could repeat them all my life to you. Yeah. I just love to talk it, no? And that is when you love, no? As you like to speak about your lover. And in the negative, you like to speak about your broken love, right? And what wounded you and what is hurting you, right? Yeah. And this hurting is what we create. Yeah. So we have a nature that is in love with the divine and it sings its love, it shows its love, yeah, right? It's flowering in front of us every spring, and this is why we love seasons, no? Yeah, it is showing its ecstasy permanently, right? And of course, we departed so much from it, yeah, in a way, that we are now sad, yeah. And we try to find compensation in the material world or in status, no, but we can't find happiness. Yeah, right. And now it's crashing. Yeah, sooner or later, yeah, it's gonna somehow, at least let's say, transform. And transform means always something crashes, no, something disappears. So, and it falls apart. All our securities, no. It just needs the right player, yeah, that is a little bit different, yeah, and says, this system, I can use it for myself completely, entirely, yeah. And that's what they start to walk up for it. They saw suddenly that all these reasonable agreements, and all this goodness and all these things, what for? Yeah, it's all fake, right? This all democracy, no? Yeah, it's all fake. And now it falls in pieces. Yeah. Because you fight for democracy, man, come on. No one will die for democracy. You will die for love. That's what you die for. Yeah. And then you think a mother will die for their love to their children. Yeah. Because this is a higher love, it's almost unconditional. Yeah. But then you don't know, no, you will die for your beloved one, maybe in the beginning. No. But later, I'm not sure if you're going to die for your wife or for your husband, right? Yeah. Or you die for your parents. Maybe not also. Yeah. But when you fall in love with the king, this is where you want to give your life for. Yeah. And there's not anything that doubts, right? For this reason, when someone comes to Malala and said, Malala, I have a problem, blah, 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 he said, is it big? Is it big or small? I said, no, Malala, is, is, it's big. He said, oh, then we have to try to make it small. And then you think, what kind of sheikh is he? Doesn't understand me. Yeah, he makes fun out of me, But of course, what would someone say if he knows that there is only one medicine? Yeah, and as long as you don't take it, everything else is just a comforting. It's not a healing. It's not going to really give you peace. Huh? Yeah. Therefore, when the love comes in your heart, yeah, that love that is there, but you have to look for it. No, you have to look for it. Then everything will turn into light. Yeah. Everything in your problems, all the problems will just solved. Yeah. Okay. So first you try to obey. Yeah. Then you become thankful. Out of thankfulness, you become joyful. Out of joy, you already start to vibrate, no? And then love is not far, right? And what has to shine all over it is what? Huh? Truth. You speak the truth radically with yourself. Yeah? You speak the truth. And already hearing the word truth, even it's in English, huh? It has a power, isn't it? Yeah. because we all know there's something that it doesn't speak the truth. Yeah, we're hiding, right? So go with the truth, and love will be your fruit. Hmm? So thank you very much for your time. It was flying. Oh my goodness, we made a jump. Yeah. And I'm praying for you and your families, that you find easy conditions and that you're protected in this time of shaking, these shakings, that you're protected and that you know how to move through it, that you will be shown how to move in it. And that you find trust and faith in the divine decree. Whatever it will happen, do not desperate. Do not desperate. You will see finally it happens always out of wisdom, out of love, out of supreme intelligence, right? And it happens always to the good of you. No matter what it happens to the good of you. Okay? Have this faith. And when we have all this faith together, then you see the light can come down, right? Because we are ready for it. No? If there's only a handful of lovers, a handful of people that ask for it, what is the point? Yeah. That's not how we attract. But it's coming. It's coming. And you know it. You feel it. You know it. And this is where your trust should go. Yeah. So let all these little stinges, these thoughts, these tiny thoughts that say, in my life, these ones. Yeah. This mind, let it be quiet. Yeah. Right. And allow the other voice to come up, 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 up. That's why sing the names, sing the divine names, sing, 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 glory. Yeah. Right. Dance it. Mm, okay. All the other things, keep it quiet. Don't complain. Don't say, no, no, no. Keep it down. Yeah, right? That's how we attract a new world. And I don't think it is far from us. Yeah. And mashallah, many of you made steps, and I'm very happy to see it. Yeah. It gives me real joy, it gives me real hope to see that you're moving, and may Allah give you more courage and more power to go in the right way. Right. Thank you so much, and hopefully we see also you in life. Yeah, and all the best for you. And especially greetings to our Chinese brothers and sisters waiting so long in the night. My goodness. Yeah. And mashallah. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.